Well, much to all of our joy, the US national team qualified to World Cup Qatar 2022 and were drawn into Group B alongside England, Iran and the winner of UEFA Path A playoff. That includes Ukraine, Scotland, go on Scotland, and Wales. What a fun group it looks like it's going to turn out to be. Let's take a quick look at the Group B game schedule and how things are going to play out from match 1 to match 3. First and foremost, November 21st. It is against those UEFA teams who look to qualify. And the second game is a big game against England on November 25th. And the last one against Iran on November 29th. Well, we are now delighted to be joined by US Big Boss. Yes, there he is, Gregg Berhalter, joining me with Jimmy Conrad and Luis Garcia. Greg, first and foremost, congratulations on achieving a place at the World Cup Qatar 2022. I am sure it has been a whirlwind for you since then. How does it feel to officially be qualified to the World Cup?
It feels great. Thank you for that. And you know, I just really proud of the group, really proud of how the guys dealt with the ups and downs of qualifying and continued to persevere and accept the challenges as they come. So, you know, I think it's a really good accomplishment for this young team, and we're looking forward now to the World Cup.
Hey, Greg, you're always talking about your team, the players, obviously how young they are, looking after them, and I understand that. I respect that. Well, I want to know about you, the man, the human being. Take me back to your hotel room. You've just qualified for a World Cup. You're looking in the mirror. What's going through your mind knowing that you're taking your national team to a World Cup and you're going to manage at a World Cup?
You know, Ian, so immediately after the game, we're in the locker room and, you know, we said congratulations to the group. And basically 45 minutes after that, you know, I'm with my bags in a bus going to the airport, you know, flying overnight to New York and then flying overnight again to Qatar. So there really hasn't been a lot of time to just sit back and reflect on it. But, you know, it feels good. You know, one of our objectives was to get back to the World Cup. And, you know, it's easy to say, it's harder to do. But we did it. And now we set our sights on what comes next.
Now, Greg, congratulations. Jimmy Conrad here. It's a big achievement for you in particular and for the team, of course. Now, not only do you get to quiet the haters, and there's a lot of haters out there, especially on social media, but now we have an opportunity to quiet England, who are haters in their own way, because we call it soccer, they call it football, and potentially Wales or Scotland, and getting a chance at revenge against Iran, who beat us in the 1998 World Cup. Which of the three games are you looking most forward to?
Yeah, you know, it's all of them. It's, you know, sorry for that vague answer, but it really is just the experience of going to the World Cup and trying to get out of your group, right? How do you do that? How do you get out of your group and then, you know, prepare to keep winning? So every game is going to be really important. The opener, you know, is key in World Cups. The first game is always really important to set yourselves on the right path to go to the next round. So they're all going to be great games, Jimmy, and that's the beauty of the World Cup. They're all big games.
Yes, well said. First of all, Greg, congratulations. I'm
Thank you,
happy
Luis.
just to have following you during this all qualify. I think it's been an amazing job. You just mentioned ups and downs. And when we were watching the other day, the draw, and I saw what was happening on your group, I said, wow, this is decent. I think there is a chance. And then I saw what could it happen for the quarterfinals. And listen, I felt butterflies. I felt like, oh, listen, that they could do something. They could go far away on this competition. Of course, I understand that you guys are enjoying just to be there. And the first thing is the first game. But when you saw the group and you saw what is coming, did you feel that? Did you feel like saying, listen, it's not that bad?
You know, I think that's
I felt it.
Yeah, no, it is one side. I know what you mean. But then when you start looking at, you know, if you're going on FIFA rankings, if you look at if Wales makes the tournament, you know, if they're the team that goes, you know, you have the 5th place team in FIFA rankings, you have the 15th, you have the 18th, and you have the 21st. So it will end up being a really tough group. I agree with you. It seems like there could be possibilities there for sure. And, you know, for us, it's staying humble and it's focusing on again, how do you be one of those two teams to get through your group? Because what you're saying is when you get to the next round, anything can happen. And that's the beauty of it. And you know, so Yeah, it's going to be a great tournament. You know, our guys are going to still grow and still improve by November. And, you know, we look to get November healthy and have the whole team firing on all cylinders.
I'm glad you touched upon that one, because I know that results are everything, of course, in our game, but I know you personally, and I know you want to play the right way. You've gone through CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. You've managed to get to a World Cup, but there certainly is room for improvement from your squad. Is there something specifically that you're looking forward to working on with your young group of players where you think that the team can improve on ahead of that first World Cup game?
I think transition moments are key in World Cups, or are key in any type of soccer game. But for us, defensive transition, when we lose the ball, how do we be aggressive to win it back really quickly and put pressure on the opponent to create perhaps a goal-scoring opportunity? So I'd say defensive transition, is important. And then, you know, just having the poise to control the game at times and you know, be able to rest when you have the ball. I think that's also important. So, you know, we're looking forward to, you know, to what comes next.
I have a question, though, with regard to the summer, because there's a chance for some of our players to make moves to different clubs. Do you have any conversations with, let's just say, a Tyler Adams, if he's not getting a lot of playing time with RB Leipzig, and maybe trying to help him make a move somewhere else where he would get more playing time? Or how involved do you get with those types of decisions for the players?
Well, I'm here to listen to the players and hear what they're thinking and offer any advice that I can give. You know, we support our players, and we want them to be in position to be on the field and be in a place where they can continue to develop. You know, as we mentioned, they still are very young and in the development years of their career. So it's important that they're playing, and it's important that they're in a place where they continue to get better. And you know, so we will have conversations with guys and as they reach out to us. But overall, you know, it's a tricky thing, right? Because you think about having to adapt potentially to a new club and taking that time period. So it's not easy to tell guys or if guys are making moves, because we know there's an adaptation period that needs to take place.
That's great. Greg, if I might give you this or send you this question, because when World Cups arrive, we all go back a little bit of that time, trying to enjoy, bring some good memories and stuff. And they are tough moments. And we've been mentioning during these 10 minutes that you got a young team, a very young team. They got experience at the highest level, but international duty is totally different. There is a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations. There is a lot on the stake. And I would like to ask you if you guys work with someone that is specialized on helping them to manage these kind of emotions in the real time, to try to be focused in every game, or is you guys the ones who help with your experience?
No, you know, we have a whole program on talking about mindset and controlling what we can control and helping players deal with pressure. We have a specialist who's with the team who works with the guys on that. And it's part of who we are. It's part of our team culture, just really facing these challenges, being able to deal with it together, and really controlling what you can control, staying in the moment and focusing on what you can do now, how you can respond to challenges now, instead of getting, you know, worried about the past or thinking about what's going to happen in the future. Just staying really present.
Greg, we're so excited, as you can tell, obviously, to have you on our show and obviously get the opportunity to speak to you after qualifying. Thanks again for joining us. It's just terrific to see you, but we're not done yet. There's more questions here coming your way. I want to talk about the captaincy before we let you go. Obviously, there is 2 or 3 players who have been sharing the armband. You've had Tyler, you've had Christian, you've had Walker, who's had the armband in big games. Will we see that in the World Cup as well, or do you expect to pick one captain to lead your nation all the way through the World Cup?
You know, we have a leadership council, so we have 5 guys or 6 guys that are part of the leadership council in each camp. Some of them are on the field playing, some of them don't get on the field to play, but they're really important in helping us make decisions, helping the staff make decisions, and just being, you know, a player's voice for what happens within the team. And we hold them accountable, and they're responsible players. I would probably talk to them and see where take their temperature on it, because, you know, for me, it's important that the players are accountable and that the players take responsibility, and it's working well in this fashion. I'm not sure we need to change it, but it'd be interesting to hear what they think about it.
Now, Greg, there's been some talk that they might expand the rosters from 23 to 27, which could make your life a little bit easier when you get down to selecting the guys, especially the ones on the bubble. How much room are you leaving for this particular group in case somebody does emerge and starts playing really well over the next 6 months? Cameron Carter-Vickers just scored for Celtic in the Old Firm. You have Georgi Mihailovic playing very well for Montreal right now. Guys that have been on the radar, but still somewhat in the peripheral, not really in the core. How do you manage that going forward? Because we've seen names in the past, Herculez Gomez, Edson Buttle, Robbie Finley, who made a 2010 World Cup team, when they really weren't part of the picture at all during qualifying.
Yeah, and you know what those three players all have in common, Jimmy? Is they're all forwards,
What's
right?
that?
So, yeah, no, they're all forwards.
That's true.
So they were on a hot streak, so they're like, let's try to capitalize on this. No, the way we work is we're open. We're open to giving players opportunities, and that will be true for the World Cup as well. Nothing's set in stone. Players have to earn their position on the team, and they need to play well to keep their position on the team. And the guys that you mentioned, like Georgie and Cameron Carter, they've been in camp before, and we've seen them a number of times. But we'll continue to evaluate everyone, and hopefully the rosters will get expanded. I'm hearing the number's 26, and that just gives everyone flexibility. If you think about the roster now, it's 23 players. In that 23 are 3 goalkeepers, so you basically have you're double set in every position. And with 26 players, it gives you the freedom to add a player in each line. You can add if you so choose. So it just gives you more flexibility. Right. We would welcome that and look forward to working with a bigger roster.
Jimmy forgot to throw his own name into that hat there. Sometimes he likes to be a striker as well, but he should have mentioned his own name when it goes to qualifying for a World Cup and being a part of it. Last question from me. Well, maybe one more after this one. You seem to be enjoying the media work, Greg. You're handling it incredibly well, and that's not always easy for former players who are stepping into a coaching role. You've done so well in Major League Soccer, now for the national team, which is a massive job. But you got a smile on your face and you handle the media very well. Are you enjoying it?
I think it's a necessary part of the job. That's the way I describe it. I understand when I took the job what comes along with it. And Jimmy mentioned the pressure and the naysayers and you're mentioning the media, and that's just part of this job. And I love to be on the field. I love to be coaching. I love to be working with a team, and this is a necessary part of that job.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're so proud of you. Congratulations on the job that you are doing, the way you're handling it. We want to see you have success at the World Cup. I, in particular, want to see you beat England. Please make that happen for me personally. Thanks, as always, for joining us here on CBS Sports. All right, before we get out of here, there he goes, baby! Let's have a look at the games once again coming your way at World Cup Qatar 2022. November 21st, Ukraine, Wales and Scotland will fight out for that last place in Group B. November 25th, it's a big one against England. And they finish it off November 29th against Iran. We're all looking forward to the games. We can't wait to see. However, it won't be easy. The excitement will always be there. Qatar 2022 is right around the corner.